speakers, Amos Lin.
Good evening, everyone, and give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen first. Okay, is this showing up? Okay, can you see it? Okay, great. Hey, good evening, everyone. All the Toastmasters in Chia-Yi Club, and today the workshop I prepare for you is a satisfying speech. And before we start, as usual, I will briefly tell you who I am. And for your information, this is my entire Toastmaster journey. I joined Toastmasters starting in 2019, and I'm from Zhongli Club, starting from VPM to president, and now I serve the division director. And because someone told me that this photo looks kind of unbelievable, especially it's not quite same as what I'm looking right now. So here is the true me in the group photo. And if you are interested about the Zhongli Club, then Division E, there are two QR code for you. You can scan that and to check what we are doing recently. Okay. So talking about the by the way, the most important thing here is that I grew up in Chia-Yi. I studied in Chia-Yi, I grew up in Chia-Yi, and but I recently moved to Taoyuan back to 7 years ago. So yeah, I know a lot about Chia-Yi, and if you want to know something, and if you want to share something about Chia-Yi to me, please do it. Okay, then moving on. So in Toastmaster, we are here to practice the public speaking. And the first question for everyone is that, are you satisfied? So you see this picture. There are two group of people. The first one is the speaker, and the second one, they are the audience. So as an audience, are you satisfied with the 7 minutes and 30 seconds? And as a speaker, are you satisfied with what you deliver? So today, I want to put my attention on the audience. In my personal experience, once the audience, they are satisfied with the speech, I will feel the achievement and I'm satisfied too. So all the topic here is starting from the audience viewpoint, all right? And to me, there are 3 key elements I want to share with you. The first one I call it hook, and second is memorable, and the third one is inspiring. And I think that's if we can find out and the 3 elements in our speech, we will make this speech even meaningful. So let's start from hook. The hook, there are 2 because I'm using the background, I'm using the PowerPoint as a virtual background, so the animation is all gone right now. So let me directly jump to the next slide. Sorry about that. So in the hook, maybe you will heard like we say the opening. Why the opening is so important? Because first thing, if we have a good opening, then we can narrow down the topic from a very general question to a very specific question. And the key point here is that you have to ask one question that your audience cannot say no. Meaning it's a very common question and most of people will relay. They can relay your feeling or they can reflect more questions in their mind. So here's the example. If I start in this way, today, I'm here to share you 3 tips for giving a good speech. They are hook, memorable, and inspiring. So it's like it is a very normal way and we can hear it everywhere in the school. How about this? We try in the other way. First thing, we narrow down the topic, we frame it so audience can know. Today we are going to talk about blah, 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 blah. So here's what I tried. Have you ever delivered a speech on the stage, but no feedback at all? Some of you are nodding, and I believe that's working for this example. But right now, and after this sentence, we have to give the solution. So here, so this sentence followed by, don't worry, after this workshop, you will gain something. So like, let's practice this again. Have you ever delivered a speech on the stage, but no feedback at all? Then pause, then don't worry. After this workshop, blah, 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 blah. So this is the way how I design my speech. And right now we just finished the hook. So this, because in the speech, the first 15 seconds are very important. We need to make the audience feel curious about our topic, right? Then, oops, sorry. Okay, let me stop sharing and I will do it the other way. Can you see my can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry about this. And the second thing is we have to make the speech memorable, and there are 2 tips we can do. We will suggest all the story because there will be a message in your speech, right? And the message is delivered, is carried out by your story. Why the story is important? Because again, your audience can make the connection with you. You two can connect each other. But here's the tips that we don't tell them what happened. And here's the example. So if I did it in this way, this morning I wake up and feel my lower back so painful. Then that's it. That's it. All audience, they receive this message, but they will stop thinking. They are waiting. So what if we do it in this way, and we add some of the delivery skills, including the vocal variety, body language, and facial expression. So the example here is that this morning, I try to wake up like as I did every day. What happened? My lower back. Oh. So you see, here are the differences. I didn't tell what happened to the audience, but they can understand from what I did or what I act, because in Chinese we call speech like 演讲. So you will see there are part of acting and part of speaking. I personally put 20% as acting and 80% as the delivering. So here are the 2 different examples that you can see the difference. But the most important thing here is we have to be sincere. We have to be sincere. Why? Because I even saw a speech delivered by the club member. She fainted out and she has to call the ambulance. And she did it. She really did it 100% on the stage. So you can, if you were me, in the meeting room, you will see that there is a lady on the stage and she is doing the CPR for herself. And she went up the ambulance by herself. Everything will become so weird. So that's why some of the part we need to deliver that in words, in sentence, and some of the part, a tiny part to act it. We need to act it and make to differentiate the differences. Okay. Then the third one is inspiring. Personally, I put a lot of effort on this part in my speech, especially in the script. And for inspiring, I would like, for next, there are two key points here. The first one is you, and the second one is actionable summary. So why you is important? Because we want the audience feel connected, right? So if once you finish your script, you can try this. Use the word to the Microsoft Office to help you count how many U's in your script and how many I in your script. That will make, once your audience feel they are important, you have to make your audience feel important. Then they will feel more related to this speech. So here are the example. So in summary, we should start the change from ourselves first, then versus the example from my other speech. So together we can make difference. And ladies and gentlemen, are you still waiting for the right person joining your team? Believe me, you are the people you are waiting for. Just make difference. So by the ending, if we can call back and make the target to be the audience, and they will feel that, wow, the speaker is like directly talking to me. It's a scale called 1 to 0 and 1 to 1. So once the audience feel this, they will get into the story and start to think, what can we do after this speech? And especially to me, a successful speech is not like, oh, I heard a lot of comment from or feedback from the members that say, Amos, you did a great job today. It's not. That's not. I don't think that's a very good feedback. The feedback I appreciate is like, hey, Amos, after your speech, I try something. I make some difference. When I heard that, then I think, oh yeah, no matter what I deliver that day, even the content is rubbish, but I really made a difference. And the call to action is workable. So that's the important thing to me. And if you are still awake right now, then there's one more slide. I think in my entire life, we always want to be the best. However, we are not right now. We are not the best right now, and we can learn from the best. Here, anyone know this guy? Okay, he is Denajaya Hetirakchi. He is the world champion of the public speaking in 2014. And his winning speech is, I see something. I see something. Why I remember this so badly, not because I put it down on the slide, because there's one fundamental sentence in his speech. He used it 4 times. I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. He used it for 4 times. One is for his club mentor, and to his wife, and to audience, and one of the time I forget it. But this will make the people, even they don't know what even people don't know what you talk about. But after this speech, they still remember this sentence. I see something in you. Then you know, at this moment, this speech is memorable. And that will activate the people, go back to check and go back to ask you, what did you deliver that time? Or then we can check the records, the video records. So if you want to make a even better speech, be sure to put a fundamental sentence in your speech, and please make it short, especially make it within 10 words. Within 10 words, that would be even better. All right. So to sum up, if you want to make your speech as a satisfying speech, you can work on the hook and make it memorable and make it inspiring. At the end, I want to share with you, for myself, there is no good speech or a bad speech actually. The only difference here is that, do we practice enough? Because practice, it doesn't make perfect, but practice make progress. If we can practice every day or every week, then someday you will deliver a stunning speech and everyone love it and they will pay for it. Okay, and back to you, Doreen, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Amos, for your wonderful workshop. And then